When I first started, I was selling my products wholesale, which means I sell them to stores. And so you don't get the full amount of money that you would get if you were selling directly to customers, if you're selling retail. The store owners always dictated my price. They told me where to price things. And at one point I had a beach bag and I was underselling it and I was losing about $10. My husband figured out every single time I sold a beach bag. So my prices had to keep going up and up and up. And when I brought in staff, when I brought in people to sew for me and to print for me, the cost of labor, everything, it's just escalated. And so I hit a price point that for a lot of people, they didn't understand why it was at that point. I even remember at one point we did the Merry Monarch, one of the Merry Monarch craft fairs, and a woman came up and said, "What are you doing here? Why are you here? You don't belong here. Your products are too expensive." In the beginning, it would really crush me, and that doesn't seem like it's like a terrible thing for people to say, but it felt like they were devaluing what I did, and I always felt like I had to defend myself and say, this is actually art, and there's so much work that goes into it. We are not mass producing this fabric, and the sewing, we don't do it in a factory. It's all done by hand, and it takes time and it takes a lot of deliberation, and it's also one of a kind. All of our pieces are unique. It's a very vulnerable position to be in, to feel that way, because you feel like, I love this thing so much, but are they right? Is my art not worth it? I just had to learn not to take things so personally, even though I think the thing that has really helped my brand grow is how personally I do take things. Like, I've really opened myself up to my customers about my brand, and I really try to show what's behind it. When things started to change was when we got our studio and shop, where we make our products and then you can buy them in our actual retail store, because people can come in and they can watch Kelly, my printer, printing, and they can see their bag being made right there. I realized instead of trying to defend myself, it's just show people, educate them, and then they can make the decision. If they still feel one way, then that's fine, but I've shown them what I can show them. I think one of the toughest things to do as a young person is to be vulnerable and to take chances. It's really easy to give up and just keep to yourself and not put yourself out there. But if you have something to offer, then you've got to show it and not be afraid